Hi there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin. Here's another video tutorial for you guys. And today we're going to color wood for our card. This is a technique that I just came up with, and I'm sure it's probably been out there before, but Stampin' Up! Came out with a 6x6 paper stack called Wood Textures Designer Series paper, and it's all kinds of awesome wood textures. They're almost photorealistic, and it's this looks like old wood. So I just love this paper stack. As a matter of fact, I had to get a second batch of it. So today is what we're going to make, and we're going to be using the stamp Good Friends Are Hard to Find from the Lovely Friends stamp set. And that's what we're going to be using. So let's get ready. Let's get started. Okay. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to color our wood. And these slats right here are cut at 3 7/8 by 3/16, which is the mark right below the 3/4 mark. And you're going to need 7 pieces of these. And we're only going to color 4, just like in our sample. We're only going to color 4 pieces. And the colors that we have in here are Dapper Denim, Crushed Curry, what's this one? Cajun Craze, and then Old Olive. And then we're going to do a little other technique on top of it to kind of soften it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get these colored because this is the longest part. So we're going to start with our Dapper Denim. And what we're going to use to roll with these are our rollers, our foam rollers. They come 2 in a pack. And I will have some information on the blog post on how to order these. But these are great because you can wash them just like any other brayer. And I have 4 of them, and I have about 8 of the foam to go on here. And then I just trade out the colors and stuff. And then I wash them if I need to. So first thing we're going to do, just like any other brayer, when you're inking up your foam brayer here, foam roller, is you want to roll and pick up, roll and pick up. Because if you go back like this, only a little section. So we're going to roll, pick up. So I'm just going to go look. I'm going to pick up some ink on here. And then we're just going to roll. I'm going to have to hold this bottom. I want to do it in sections. And I want to roll the color on here, but I want to be able to still see the wood grain. So I don't want it too dark. I don't want to cover it completely. Just enough to see the wood grain. And it still takes the color. It takes the color beautifully. Okay, and the next one we're going to do is our Cajun Craze. We're going to use our roller here. This pad is really juicy, so it's won't take long at all to ink this one up. See? And you can still see the wood grain in that. Oh, it's just beautiful. I just have so many card ideas in my head, and I've already made several cards with this. Now we're going to take this one here, and we're going to use our Crushed Curry. Pick up this color. Now, this is the second time I've tried to record this video, and I got a call. Somebody, I use my cell phone to record videos, and I had even though I had it on airplane mode, somebody tried to call me FaceTime, right, and I was almost done, so I had to do it again. But that's okay, because I have lots of friends I can send these cards to. All right, and then the next one we're going to pick up is the Old Olive. Now this one we're just going to have to trade out our roller, and I'm just going to take it and just pull it down. And that's all you got to do to pull it off. And then just hook it back in there like that. All right. Pick up the color. Oh, I just love this. I really do like this card. I just like it because of the colored wood. And I think I might even do a bigger piece, like with just the 6x6 paper stack, and make like a framed piece of art or something for my house, because I really, or even my office at work. I just love how this turned out. Okay. All right, next thing we're going to do is to soften it up a little bit. We are going to take some soft suede. And these are really, even though they don't look bright, but they are just a little bit bright, and I want to tone them down just a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of soft suede, and I'm going to roll off because I don't want all that color on there. And then I'm just going to roll it a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in that. I'm just going to mute the color a little bit. I really didn't need to pick up any more color. It's got plenty on the roller. See how that's a little bit darker? Just a little bit. I'm not going to pick up no more color and see if it's enough for, yeah, it's enough for this one. All right, and then this one here. That's good. Okay. So that's all of our inking that we're going to be doing. And then I have 3 that I'm going to leave plain, just like in the sample card, just to break up the colors a little bit. Okay, so we'll remove this. Now we're going to take another piece of our Wood Textures Designer Series paper, and just something a little darker so it looks like the frame of a picture. And we're going to stack these up. Now, I would suggest stacking them up first, stacking them before you glue them down, because you want them to be separated, but not too separated. Kind of like on this one here. Just enough to make it almost look like it's individual pieces. And we're just going to stack these up just so I can see. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, a little bit up here. And I don't mind if there's a bigger border down here at the bottom on each end. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to use some Tombow to adhere this. It just gives you a little bit more time to move them around. And then we're just going to lay them down. Okay. It's almost like wood glue when you're putting that on there. All right. Now, so the second thing we're going to do is we're going to add our sentiment. And to do that, we're actually going to use our Stamparatus. Bring this in here. And my Stamparatus is a little dirty right now because I've been making cards this today and trying to film this, and I've made several versions of this card, so it's a little dirty. So I apologize. All right, we're going to take our stamp. The Good Friends Are Hard to Find. This stamp is huge. And I'm just going to line it up. Now on this one here, I wasn't really paying attention, and the end of my friends, just a little tip was on the next board. So I want to kind of try to line it up a little bit better this time. So I'm just gonna, so I want the friends to come on 2 boards, but my 2 needs to be on 1. So let me, all right, that looks good. So one thing I forgot was my magnets. I always forget about my magnets on this. I've never had a positioning tool before the Stamparatus, so I am still learning. Just remember on this one here that keep, just like any other one, keep the magnets away from each other. And I am going to use 2 magnets because on the, let's see, on the photopolymer, my photopolymer, they seem to stick and pick up the paper easy. Okay, so it looks good. Just want to make sure again it looks good. Yep. All right, then we're just going to take some, we're going to take our embossing buddy and make sure it's no static on there. Okay, then we're going to take our Versamark, and we're going to ink our stamp up. Really good. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm just going to lay it down, fold it over, and then I'm just going to make sure it's getting a good adhesion with the Versamark. And you don't have to press this hard. I'm just doing it. That's just what you really don't. I'm just making sure it's all on there. I just want to put a little bit more. Just want to make sure it's, especially these little squigglies. Okay. It's on there pretty good. So now we're going to move these out of the way. Leave that one on there. Take this one off. And I'm just going to remove this. And I'll clean that stamp in a second. All right. Now we're going to take our copper embossing powder. And pick up our card. Our stamped image. Not really a card yet, is it? And we're just gonna put an embossing powder on there. I need some more embossing. I need some more copper. Okay, just making sure there's plenty of I'm just gonna tap it off. Make sure there's none of those slats. Okay, and then we're going to take it, and we're going to take our heat tool, and we're going to warm it up first. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, now we're going to mat this to a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 very vanilla. Just make sure that's cool before I start putting adhesive on there. Don't want to mess it up after we've got this far. Okay. I'm just going to use some fast fuse and put it down. Yeah, see, wasn't cool enough yet. And oops. That's okay, nobody's gonna see that, is they? I just turned it over. All right, and mat this. Make sure it's bowing just a little bit because of the heat, but after a while it'll lay down. All right. Then we'll take our card base and we're going to adhere it to that. Just need 2 at the bottom because fast fuse will hold it. Just lay it down. And there we go. And there's a great card for a great friend. Okay, I want to show you guys a couple other versions I've done for some suggestions from my Facebook Live I did last night. And I did one where I just embossed the the words with the swirly, and then stamped in our basic black. And this would make a great guide card. So I did one where I just used our happy birthday thinlet, and then I used We Must Celebrate from our, I think it's called Good Friends stamp set. No, We Must Celebrate stamp set. And this would make a great guide card, birthday card. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. And I will have all the dimensions and supplies on my blog post. There'll be a link down below. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day.